Today on Bumpy Road Brews, I have a collaboration. This one is from Tail Spinner Brewing, brewery. They're out of Nashua, New Hampshire. It's a collaboration with Feathered Friends out of Concord, New Hampshire. Somewhat proper glassware, anyways, for the Feathered Friends here. This glass has definitely seen better days. Anywho, yeah. So this one is called That's the Sound of Strength and Numbers. It is a black IPA coming in at 7.5% ABV. Do you hear that thunder? So let's see. This says this collaboration creation was thought up as part of a storied history of tireless and persevering do-it-yourself ethos. In a punk state of mind, we came together with Feathered Friend Brewing to deliver two brews that call out to each other across the state. Check out their companion brew, Do You Hear That Thunder? Okay. Hops in this one: Chinook, Simcoe, Mosaic, Kohatu, and Cascade. It does give some notes. I'll go over those. Hopefully I'll find them in the actual brew as I'm drinking this thing. But yeah, no canned on date for this. But let's go ahead and give it a pour. Right, so the head on this is kind of a sudsy head. It's a like little khaki mocha-esque coloration. The beer itself is it's deep brown. Say it's not completely black. It's kind of got more brownish hues coming through. But I mean, it looks black if you just kind of look at it like this, with no light coming through. Opaque, cannot see through it. Anyways, some aromas. Yeah, so there's kind of a citrusy note from before. I am picking up on some type of like a roasted type note too, maybe a little bit of pine. Let's get in a little bit closer here. Yeah, so there's a kind of weird aroma note. Not quite sure exactly what it is. It's kind of just a citrusy pine. There is kind of a slight roasty. On this thing it says berries. It says you get citrus, berries, aromas of pine, chocolate notes. Yeah, I'm not really picking up on the chocolate and the aroma. I mean, that weirdness could be kind of a berry mixing in with citrus and pine notes. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this one now. First swig, cheers. So there is this chocolate and berry flavor. A bit grainy too. But yeah, chocolate and berry kind of right up front. Then there's a graininess that kind of finishes. Bitterness on this one, I'd say, is mild. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a slight citrusy note kind of carrying through. A touch of pine on the finish, not overly pine. I actually wish there was more citrus and pine in this. There was that kind of chocolatey note, graininess, a little bit of like, there is an astringency. It does dry the palate. There was a little bit of like a slight kind of char type note also on the finish. Going into the bitterness. Bitterness is building just a little bit. I think it's more or less coming from some of the darker malt used. But this one's not overly like bitter from the malt either. So the body on it, like a medium body. It's got a somewhat of a soft mouthfeel to it. Yeah, I can tell you, as far as like black IPAs go, this is definitely not a winner in my book. I've had some fairly decent ones over the years. Even homebrew black IPA from 21090 Todd. He still has one of the better ones that I've had. But I mean, there's black IPAs I've had from Shipyard. That'd be the easiest one that comes to mind. Who else have I had them from? Maybe Rogue. I don't know. There's been so many different ones I have had over the years. They kind of go away. They don't stick around all that long. Stone definitely had one. Their whatever the hell it was called. And doesn't matter. I can't think of the name of some of the breweries. So, this one kind of falls a bit short. ABV, I think 7.5%. Yeah, it's got a little bit of warmth to it in the chest. It's not like overly alcoholic or anything. There's no real alcoholic flavors on the palate. I don't know. I'm kind of like, this one's just drinkable to me. It's not one I would gravitate towards. Not one I would actually recommend. So, yeah, it happens. Anyways, just want to say cheers. Thank you all for watching.